What is going on, Critty Beast enthusiasts? We got the David Silva, Ross Persichetti, and of course, Chris Chaotic. I had to look for myself for a second. What is going on? We have been gone for a month from you guys, and a lot of cool things have happened. We got a lot of cool stuff to show off in this episode. But before we do that, we just had Comicpalooza here in Houston, and I'm going to throw Ross on the spot for this. So, Ross, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, Comicpalooza was a 3-day show that me and Chris kind of took on, and it was awesome. You know, met a lot of cool fans and made some new ones, and you know, sold out on all of our product, and saw a lot of smiling faces, a lot of kids playing with the toys, and of course, you know, Chris in all of your chaos dropping the T-Rex on the ground like 3 times to show how durable it was.
It survived. It is still in great piece, and it's on my shelf looking awesome.
Yeah, but
that's so cool.
Yeah, we had see, and that was the thing. Dave, he wasn't there with us, so he missed a lot of the chaos. So we were throwing dinosaurs across the hallway. No, we didn't throw them across the hallway, but it was cool because we figured we might as well show all of you how durable these figures are. And Dave, he's always telling me, get rough the figures, been around, show you guys what they can do. So this is the first time at a show we were able to let y'all experiment with them and actually see how durable they are. So that was a lot of fun. Let's see, I'm trying to go through your comments while I'm talking to y'all. But yeah,
I had to fight the urge to come out there and crash because it was weird for me not being at the show with the product, with you guys. But I'm really glad I stayed behind because not only did it give you guys a chance to figure out how you would like to do the show, you know, with selling the product and displaying it and all that, which I think you guys did a fantastic job. I was super impressed. But also, I ended up having a ton of stuff over here that I had to deal with. So if I had left, that would have been really difficult. Hey, what's up, Spino? But yeah, I was really glad with the decision to stay behind. Plus, doing two months of shows back to back for me would really take me away from everything that's going on over here. So that would have been very difficult. But having you guys be able to do the shows without me will help us basically do more shows in the future. So, you know, maybe we can start doubling up on our appearances at different shows. So
it would have been awesome if you would have crashed. Like
I just randomly shot it.
I was so close to buying a plane ticket. I was going through the whole process, and I did everything except, you know, click the buy button on the plane ticket. I had to stop myself. I said, no, we need to go through with this idea. So
yeah, see, that would have I would have laughed so hard if you just randomly showed
walked up to the table. and I thought about that.
You know, if we would be so in show mode, it would probably take us like 1.5 seconds to realize it was you and not just like another customer.
Some buff random dude walking up to the table.
Chris would just shove a T-Rex in my hand.
You know the whole Cyberzoic pitch.
Have you heard about Beast? Oh, it was so fun. Oh, that would have been like the topping on the cake, the icing on the cake, the topping that you put on.
The topping on the cake. I think that's how it is. Yeah,
the cake you eat. Yeah, if you just randomly showed up, that would have been so fun. Oh man,
that would have been cool. Yeah. What happened to that Argentius helmet you made?
Oh, I actually have it. We didn't fit. Let me grab it really fast. I didn't have time to finish it.
Yeah, we did. It got printed in time to bring it for the Saturday show. Wait, was it ready for? It was ready for Sunday, but we didn't have time to paint it. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna do the brush on like silver chrome look for it, and then I'm gonna use a special paint to make it look like the visor for his visor. And then we'll have it. I think I'm gonna try to bring it on the plane, or I might ship it to you for our GI Joe Fest.
We're driving down, Chris.
No, I'm flying to you to drive down.
No. Oh, that's right. You're flying out.
Chaos Brain.
You're right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Should probably just ship it out here.
Yeah, I just saw that comment too.
Purple.
You can't stop me.
Because,
Yeah, that was one of the things. And Ross and I, it was funny because we went back and forth on that helmet because I was trying to figure out what to do and what would be time efficient. We both decided like we couldn't get it done right. It wouldn't look good. And it's such a cool thing. We want to present it in its glory because it's awesome. And then you can have it in your studio somewhere hiding.
You could. I'm curious to see what it looks like when you're finished with it.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited because it's going to be like the Mandalorian helmets. Have you seen those Mandalorian helmets that are printed with a nice finish?
I've only seen like the official ones that Hasbro did.
Oh,
I haven't
man.
seen any customs.
Those cosplay Mandalorian helmets. I actually had to look into the chroming process. They use graphite powder.
Yeah.
They just rub graphite powder into it. As long as you have the surface properly like prepped with like sanded and smooth to perfection, and you like hit it with gloss black spray paint. And if you rub graphite powder and then clear it, you get that chroming effect.
Wow. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
It's like wild to watch on YouTube, and this process like this was discovered because of cosplayers trying to make Mandalorian helmets. Yeah, because chroming is obviously like kind of super difficult with all of the chemicals in the baths.
Yeah, and the fans are doing some cool stuff nowadays.
Man, dude.
Cosplay with custom figures, all kinds of stuff, animations.
Yeah,
a lot of good stuff.
Well, and that's what I think pushes the industry is having these people with such an interest in the hobby, and they want to do it, and it's so hard to find a way in. So they're coming out with these cool outlets to get their stuff out on social media. So it's really cool.
Well, I do believe there's a strong connection between creativity and the collectors, like that. They're participating in, all of the action figures and fans of animation and things like that. Like a lot of the fans are creative people. Like they're expressing their creativity in different ways, but like a lot of this pop culture collectibles market, like we are drawn to it because we're creative and we identify with the products and we in a lot of ways want to like create our own situation with those products. You should keep going cosplay. But we're trying to get Kristen to cosplay die book at some point.
Should I tell my Daredevil story?
Oh, dude, you look like that 24/7.
Well, when I was in high school, I went to MegaCon in Orlando. And I had a gray suit, so I was like, in Daredevil, the Netflix series was, I think it was season 2 happening around then. Maybe it was season 1. So I was like, okay, let me just buy a set of glasses and a blind cane. And I went to Matt Murdock, and walking around the convention, people thought I was actually blind. They didn't realize, like most people didn't realize I was Daredevil. So all the pathways and lines were just clearing for me. So it was like I had VIP treatment to everything because people just move out of the way.
I think that's illegal in some states. No, I'm just kidding. That's so funny.
Interesting side effect.
It was so funny too because we saw a guy dressed in cosplay like that, and I go, Ross, that looks just like you.
I don't even remember what that was. There was so much stuff.
I think he was doing the Daredevil guy, but I was laughing so
hard.
Oh,
that it was. Yeah, it was another Daredevil we were talking about.
Well, I guess like this. So you think it was
he's commenting about your chain.
Yeah.
If we ever do a Chris chaotic action figure, he'll have to have the gold chain for sure.
There's just a big one. Oh my gosh, and big gold earring. No, mine too much.
And a giant plate of sushi.
And a mohawk. Oh my gosh, Dave, did you get the picture of this? That's one. Oh, you gotta send that.
Oh yeah. The picture of the sushi. Yeah, you guys are trying to make me jealous. I get it.
Oh, dude, it was Dave. We had so much fun. Where were you? What were you doing?
Dave, do you like sushi?
Do you even like fun?
I love sushi, and I like fun. I like fun. I just don't get out much. That's all.
It's the castle. See, that's the side effect.
Chris figure, yeah.
I'm gonna buy one.
We have to make sure for accessories that we give them small weights.
And the weights will be authentic. They're made of plastic.
So streams are ending soon. No. Oh, that was funny. Listen, you know what? That's fine. I'm gonna have the biggest arms and the smallest weights. It's okay.
If we ever had a Chris figure, I would just have the dinosaurs eating him, the Godzilla stomping on him. You know, he'd just be beat up by the collection.
Oh, give me a cowboy hat. That's all I ask. Just a cowboy hat. Riding tornadoes.
That'll be the Comicpalooza exclusive version.
Oh, I don't want the fake weights. I want the cowboy hat one. That's rare. Well, see, that's oh man, I got an idea, you guys. Yeah, see, that's the side effect of these cons. Like this one, I think was the most productive you got to be, Dave. But you couldn't enjoy all the fun stuff with us, and we couldn't enjoy you there.
I know, yeah. Well, maybe next year I'll come out for that one. Like it looks like it was pretty cool.
So we're doing it again.
I mean, it was successful, so I don't see why we wouldn't.
Awesome.
And you live right there, so that makes sense to do that. Maybe we can look into doing something in Florida where Ross is at.
Yeah,
like
there's awesome. Do you like a trifecta?
There's MegaCon out there. I know that.
Yeah.
So the best thing about it is I'm like equidistant to Orlando and Tampa, so either city has shows going on. So
yeah,
you can choose, you know.
Yeah, we're always on the lookout for a good show to check out. Speaking of which, we have Joe Fest coming up next month, and since hey, thank you. yeah, I got to keep the place inspiring. So yeah.
I just noticed what's on the ground to your left.
What?
I see that.
Oh. You have to change the camera.
You want me to grab him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
God. I was like, I kept looking closer. I was like, did he get a cat?
Oh, did you see the way you picked it up?
It's that big. Oh my gosh. That's too freaking cool, man.
Try to get it in the camera. Yeah,
Jeez,
it's hard to get the whole thing in the camera.
I'm just happy you figured out the HD version of this because this is sick.
Oh, that's awesome.
My gosh. See, that's wild. Yeah, everybody's losing their mind for it, man. I think we're all just like in awe.
Is it just as hefty, like weight-wise, as the T-Rex? Or...
It's not quite as heavy as that, but it has some weight to it for sure.
Yeah.
Jeez, that thing is so cool.
I have two of these now.
You have two of them?
Yeah. This
Dave,
is the second one.
Were there updates made between the two?
What? Well, the first one I got, these parts were a little too rigid, and one of them broke off in shipping, so I had them cast it in a more flexible material so it wouldn't break.
Nice.
Same with these. I felt like these were too hard, so they were made a little more flexible. The tail was popping off on the other one a lot. This one seems like it stays on better. We worked on the torso joint more to get a little bit more range. There's a little more shoulder movements.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How weird is it having that just to play with now?
It's really cool. I mean, it's cool to just have it around and, just looking at it, seeing, like just kind of thinking about how far this whole concept has come, from the original idea, like way back when.
That's the coolest thing I've seen in so long. I saw that on the floor and I couldn't believe how big it was. I wasn't sure what it was, and I had to think. I literally was like, "Did Dave get a cat?"
It's about the same size as a cat. Yeah,
that's wild. That tail.
I don't know.
I love that tail.
You can really see how long it is, but I think it's around the same length as the T-Rex. It's just not quite as beefy.
Yeah.
But it's still like you got a lot going on there. So
how's the jaw range?
It's about it's like that.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me make you big. I didn't even think about doing
that. Yeah, do that.
Oh, yeah, the whole time I haven't.
Let's start from one.
The little feather part came off. So these feather pieces will be removable, and you still have like details underneath. So, like if you don't want the feathers on there, you don't have to have them. But yeah, so that's our guy. I don't know if it's gonna focus on that very well, but
that thing, yeah, right there, right at that distance.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to show this off. Actually, I just had it on the floor.
Oh man, look at that! How far down can you get it to like?
That's
you
so
get a
cool.
punch in like a swimming pose.
I mean,
Shut up.
I don't know about swimming pose. I guess you could probably. I mean, it depends on how you imagine him swimming. But yeah,
That's cool.
Jeez, that thing is so neat.
Now I want an ice block diorama base for him, like your model.
maybe we can make like a 3D model that people can print out.
Oh,
That would cost a fortune
so
to
easy.
pull a big base like that.
That's so freaking
Yeah.
neat. That mouth too is so good.
I don't know if it's going to come through on here, but he does still have the like the double row of teeth on the inside and the upper, just like on the original
Cool.
model kit. But yeah, that's
Does
that.
this dragon have a tongue? I don't remember.
What's that?
Does this dragon have a tongue? I don't.
Yeah,
remember.
he's got a tongue. It's there's a little, yeah, it's jointed tongue.
And it's articulated? Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
At the show, people were always blown away when we told them there was a movable tongue.
You know, it's one of those weird things where it doesn't really affect the display very much, but it's kind of like a sign that you cared about it.
Yeah.
Like you went through the trouble.
Mhm.
Well, since we're looking at test shots, I have this.
Oh, that looks so good.
It's Alligator.
This is Fragilis.
This is Jaminzi.
Jaminzi.
I have Fragilis.
This is for awesome.
I have the other one over there. Fragilis is over there, but this is the one I have nearby. But yeah.
How's the new ankle set up?
Huh? Oh, yeah. We have like ankle pivot now.
Oh,
Man, look at that.
jeez, that's so freaking awesome.
And I
it
think
still
this
has-
is what we're gonna go with moving forward too, because this is pretty cool. It's a pretty
That's
cool
so
thing.
cool.
Yeah, so we have like the interchangeable feet, and they just pop them off. But this is a very first test shot, so he's a little bit more flimsy than what I'm used to. But still, he'll still stand on his own though, despite like the neck comes off kind of easy. It's not coming off right now, but it's not exactly as tight as I want it to be. Like you could see like the jaw range.
Oh,
That's
wow.
so cool.
And people are really interested in the draw range because that like they estimate that it had very wide gape.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Man, that's impressive. That looks awesome.
and just for a size comparison. So there's
Holy crap.
so if you can imagine Argentius fighting the Arctic dragon,
Dude.
which is something that happens in the story. But
It's so cool seeing like them in a different pose because now they have personality and they feel like living creatures because we've seen the prototypes just in like glue.
I know, yeah, and it takes so long, like from the beginning of like sculpting it and
Yeah.
and printing it and painting it, and you have to be careful. But I'm gonna have these at Joe Fest on display, and I think what we're gonna do for Joe Fest is we're probably not gonna have painted prototypes there, but just test shots.
Cool.
And that way, they're a lot easier to transport. We always break our
Yeah, and I won't break anything.
You mean Ross?
and some people bump the tables.
Oh, man.
Okay, since we're on this, hold on a second.
Yes.
Show us more. Show us more.
I agree, 100%.
Well, that's pretty neat. The little small window.
Oh, dude, I know. I was playing with all these buttons. It's probably make everybody sick.
All right, if you bring them all, I gotta see them.
I got them all. Yeah. So.
Oh yes.
Dilophosaurus.
Yep. It looks so menacing. It's so
Whoa.
crazy. It is.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
Look at that! Holy cow!
That is crazy.
You're gonna be able to get the model kit pose with that thing.
Yeah, actually, I just had him in that pose. Actually.
Shut up.
Yeah, I was doing that because I was going back. Dilophosaurus was the first model kit that I'd sculpted.
That's so freaking cool.
So that's pretty much the same pose as the model kit.
Jeez.
He had a big old rock base. But
do you still have those model kits?
Yeah, I have an albino one that Matt painted. I still have it. I'm not selling the model kit anymore, though.
Yeah.
I just recently discontinued it because it kept selling, despite it being the very first one. It kept selling, but after a certain point, I just felt like I didn't like it anymore, so I didn't want to recast it. So
I had some people asking about your model kits at the show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're very particular how for some figures they feel like this just industry wide. They feel like cuts ruin the design.
Yeah.
Usually are cuts, but they were curious about the model kits.
I think there's two ways of thinking on that, and I've obviously participated in both the the statue world and the action figure world. So the action figure people, they want the articulation. They want to basically express different poses, and they don't mind the cuts. Like personally, I don't mind seeing joints on a figure as long as it's well thought out. But then like the statue people, like they really just want the one pose. And I think the difference between the two is similar to like people that like to watch movies more than play video games. Like video games are interactive, same way action figures are interactive. So there's you have your visuals, you have your story, but you're participating. If you don't want to participate, you want it to just be one thing, one vision, then you watch a movie. And the same thing with statues. So it's a different mentality. One is never going to be exactly like the other. That's just the nature of the concept. So I can get why people would love statues, but that's not what we're doing.
The movie video game comparison is really interesting. I never thought of it like that before, but it feels like the perfect explanation to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of parallels with different different types of media, different types of art. Speaking of articulation, Ross.
Yeah,
your little guy.
Look at him.
Deinonychus. This is so much different than the Deinonychus that I sculpted back in the day.
Yeah,
it's way better.
I'm gonna remember those words for the rest of my life.
Oh no,
right.
I look back on what I did and I'm just like, oh God. I'm glad I'm not selling that anymore, because like you just grow past things after a while. Like you realize that that's where you were at that stage, and it was good for the time. But once you keep learning and keep improving, you want to excel past that. And I think that's definitely what we've done. And Ross, like for his first one, it's just like just nailed it. It's great. Yeah. So I'm like super impressed with this. And it moves really well. Oh, and Ross, I also got you the parts on the sprue that you asked
for. Yes.
Yeah, look at.
Does he have the bendy wire in the tail too, the test shot?
Yeah. Got the bendy wire. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that looks so cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so that's good stuff. What's that?
If you throw it, does it fly?
He will move through the air. I don't know if it's called flying. Yeah, so, and then we have our little.
Oh my god!
That sitting pose blows me away. Like it just looks so effortlessly natural. And
Yeah,
yeah,
it really does.
And then, we can have them doing a lot more than that. This one doesn't have the clear fangs. This is a newer one, but the first one had the translucent fangs for some reason. I don't know why they did that, because they're like really fragile. I actually broke one of them. I said, no, you can't cast it in that material. It's too fragile. so now we have like these more durable fangs. But
the clear did look really cool. Like
it looks super cool. And maybe at some point we figure out an excuse to do a translucent variant. But but for now we're just sticking to our main guy.
It's crazy how in any pose though it looks like the body flows with it. So the muscles look good, the forms are awesome. That's crazy.
Yeah,
look at the triceps.
I know. You need to take notes.
Oh, looks like the power went out. No. That is so cool.
I have the alternate head over there somewhere, but yeah. Plus the ears are interchangeable too, so like you can take the ears out.
Yes.
Because we have like these are the backward facing ears, and the other ears are like more straight up. So like you can do like different expressive poses and things like that.
That thing came out so nice.
And then we have the alternate claws. Like these are the declawed paws, but then the other ones have the claws sticking out. So yeah, so that's the little quick rundown of the test shots we have lately, and that's been keeping me busy. So,
jeez.
Have the black. Oh, hold on a second.
There's so much stuff to show off.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
This is almost done. But
jeez, that dude, the purple nose. That's
cool.
Oh yeah, man, that looks.
It's not as blue. Like I don't know what this camera's doing, but it's not really blue. It's like there's something about the lighting here. I'll post real pictures later. I don't want to drop it because it's made out of resin. So
looks really great. Man, the paint on it almost looks seamless. Like you can't even see the joints on it. It's just looks so good.
That's what I like about action figures. Like if you're doing it right, you should just kind of forget about the joints. Yeah. It's kind of like reading a comic. You're not thinking about the panels. You're thinking about the story. So, man, yeah, that's what I'm just touching up a lot of these prototypes here, which nicely leads right into an announcement that I have. 1 week from today, we'll be launching our pre-orders for the new Beast of the Mesozoic, Allosaurus, Deinonychus, Dilophosaurus, and also the Black Smilodon from Beast of the Cenozoic.
Nice.
And we have also, because people have been asking for them, we have stands, modular stands that you can have a bunch of different heights and poses. This is the medium-sized stand. This will go with your medium-sized Tyrannosaurs, Lythranax, Dryptosaurus, that size. And then for our T-Rex, and this is also going to be good for the Carnotaurs when we get to it. This is the large stand. Now these come off, and if you look here, there's a little tab on each one. You could just use this as a foot peg, and then not bother with this part if you don't want to, or you just use the whole thing. You get more poses out of it if you use the whole thing. And if you have both, you can actually combine them together for like a larger.
What? So, that's cool.
So yeah, so they're like compatible. So yeah, this is also going to be compatible with the parts that we're doing for our vehicles in Cyberzoic as well. So like all the parts are kind of modular, and you can kind of create your own little base with all the parts.
And these, Chris, you designed these, right? Or
I did something with them. I didn't design it like that.
Oh no, he worked on the Dragon Slayer base recently. Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah,
you guys can bring yourselves back now.
Wait, we're not here.
I think I'm done showing.
Leave it like this.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I was getting too much attention for a second.
Those are such cool figures, and the stands are gonna be awesome because I didn't realize you could get it to bend all the way down and have the different positions too. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Nighty's asking, will they be available separately? Yes, the medium and the large will be available separately. So you can just use those for whatever figures you want to. They'll also be included with figures like Allosaurus, for example. We'll have the medium size. When we get to Carnotaurus, we'll have the large size because he has long legs, so it works better that way. So yeah. The Guanlong size range. No, I think those don't require, a complicated stand setup. They come with stands already, so there's not a new stand for those.
Got another good question.
How's the pilot figures going? We're just about to tool the humans for Wave A. For Cyberzoic, we have the fine cuts completely finished. They're just arranging the tooling patterns right now. So,
did you announce the change that we made to the arms?
Yeah, it was in the recent Kickstarter update with Argentius. Yeah. He has a deltoid swivel now, so you can get a little more realistic movement out of him. It's helpful to have on the larger characters because, like, the larger the characters, like, the more noticeable it is that the arms aren't moving correctly if you're like doing poses with the arms. Like smaller characters are not going to notice that much, but we already did it on Diebook, so we added the articulation to Argentius as well.
Oh, this one's going to get you, David.
Oh, I'm not agreeing with that. I'm not agreeing with that. Maybe in another 20 years, we'll see what happens. I haven't earned that yet.
Oh man, these are gonna be so awesome. It's crazy to see the test figures, the test shots, as I can't even comprehend it, that they're that posable already in that form. I didn't know that they were that far along, so that's really cool to see.
Oh yeah. It's always exciting when we get the first test shots. Like you work towards that for usually over a year between designing and sculpting and then cutting the figure and printing and painting and then dealing with, like the tooling, the fine cut process and the tooling process. There's so many steps in between to get to this stage, and we're not like halfway to production. So like there's like all these stages in between, and it feels like progress. I mean, it's really nice to see. So
they look so cool, man. I'm so excited for it. I can't wait to hold the actual Arctic dragon though. That thing is so I really thought in my head, I started getting closer and I was like, is that a kitty? So big. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I should mention that our process with developing Cyberzoic is the intention was always to tool the beast first. So we do the animals first. And simultaneously, they're developing the fine cuts for the armors. Like that's what's happening right now with the armors. Now they have test shot figures to work on. So there's plastic test shots, and they're adjusting the armors accordingly so that they fit the figures properly. We couldn't do everything simultaneously, obviously, because we have to have plastic animals to attach the armors to in order to make sure everything fits. Plus having the humans, which we should have test shots within another month or so. Hopefully, I mean, this is optimistic. I would love to have test shots of the humans by Joe Fest, but I don't know if that's possible.
That'd be cool.
If I have them, I'll bring them, but I'm not promising anything. I mean, it seems like everything takes way longer than I expect. So I will definitely bring them if I have them. But having the figures in plastic form, the human figures, will also help us develop the armor, like finalize the armor. So we basically want to make sure that the armor fits the animals, plus we have the humans that fit onto the armor. So it's like it's a three-way process, and it's like nothing we've tried before, but I'm pretty sure it's a solid plan. So
and on top of that, everything's gonna transform and reconvert. And
yeah.
so-
Yeah. I mean, it was too easy to just do the animals, so we decided we need to do all of it.
Dude, I can't wait. I'm so excited for the figures too. Are they that far along with the action figures?
Oh, the humans?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're done with the fine cut process. We're just about to tool. Yeah. So like we're at the stage of confirming the tooling layouts, and it should only be another day or so before we begin the tooling process.
Awesome.
Dude,
We're
that's so
super
exciting.
close to that. Yeah.
Let's see. We got a bunch of questions coming in. A segment story. I'll have to give you guys a segment story another time because that'll take way too long. But let's see. Are we making? Oh, here's one for Ross because you're in Florida.
Yeah, I have a fun gator fact. In my county, because there's so many gators, we have a select number of police officers that are like trained and certified in alligator wrestling.
Shut up.
I swear. So that whenever there are gator issues, that they can come and like take care of it, just and not have to call, like animal control and stuff. Just the police come out and take care of it.
You know what's? Oh,
well, Chris, if you want to change careers,
Well, I was about to say, when I was in 3rd grade, I think it was, or 2nd grade, I wrote a letter because we wrote to what we wanted to be when we grew up. I want to be an alligator wrestler. So I wrote a letter. I kid you not. I wrote a letter to Gatorland in Florida. And they wrote me back and said, oh, we don't do that. It could hurt the gators. And I was so upset. I was like, I'm going to wrestle gators with or without you guys. So I trained all my life. No. Oh, man. So,
I'm not surprised one bit for some reason.
But then I learned my lesson. No. Oh man. Yeah,
so,
dude. Whoa,
so you ended up with a hyena instead.
Yeah. Those aren't as much fun to wrestle though.
Lost that battle.
Yeah,
no,
right.
No way. I got the hyena powers. That's why I laugh so much. It's like Seven Spider.
Didn't make you laugh so hard.
Maybe. You know what? Why do we hide him, Dave? No. Oh yeah, man. I'm super excited because after this we have Joe Fest coming up, and when is that? June
22nd. It's that weekend. It's 3 weeks.
It's 3 weeks. Dang.
Is it only 3 weeks away? Yeah.
That
makes sense. Yeah, yeah, we're making preparations for that right now. So that should be cool. Plus, we don't have a PowerCon to go to this year, so this is sort of like our PowerCon this year. So like a lot of the indie companies will be there. And,
yeah. How big is Joe Fest? Because I haven't really.
I've never been. I don't know.
I saw that it's at a convention center, so it's
big.
I imagine it's gonna be pretty sizable.
Yeah. It looks pretty good size. So.
I'm excited to wrestle a Skeletron, guys, when we see them. That's what I'm looking forward to.
We'll have to have someone film that for us.
Yeah, just put on a luchador mask and just charge him.
Yeah.
Oh, hopefully Mark is wearing his red pants. Oh man, yeah, dude. See,
I forgot about that story. It's a callback from like a long time.
Oh, well, you know what's funny is I thought Ben was the one wearing the red pants, and Ben told me, he goes, "I'm not that fashionable." And I was like, "Oh, it's Mark." So yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see everybody again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be. That's what these things are so fun because it's weird. Like we get to talk all the time, but we don't get to hang out, and so it's so fun when we actually get to hang out. It's like 90% of the fun.
No, it's fun not hanging out too. It's fun either way.
Oh, yeah, 12 hours, Dave. You're gonna go crazy. At the end of it, you're gonna be like, you want to fly back, Chris?
Yeah, right. I'll just fly you back. Yeah, I'll just drive back by myself.
Yeah, just drive me to the airport, Chris. Hey, there's something here. Look, there's a squirrel in there. Squirrel.
When you guys told me about that, I was jealous for about 2 seconds. I was like, man, I was on a road trip, and I was like, that'd be cool for about 3 hours. After that, I think I just want to get out of the car.
Oh. Listen, I got my iPad. I'm gonna draw. I got Dave sitting there, and if he gets bored and wants to chill, I can drive. So I think it'll work pretty good.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think 2 people is good for a road trip. Once you get past 3, it starts getting iffy. Because then you have more personalities.
Yeah, and then smells. We had Knox with us when I got Ross, Dave, and this little kid. We take a drive to go to Home Depot to pick up supplies for the con here, and this little kid takes off his shoes, and you would have thought an animal died in the car.
Wow.
Yeah, because he don't wear chucks. He doesn't wear.
I really was expecting that to go a different direction, but yeah,
No.
anyway, it's pretty bad.
It's so bad. And then Ross in there, and he goes, "Put those dogs away." The kid hasn't stopped laughing about that since.
It was bad. I've never smelled worse feet than like the whole car. It was so bad.
It was like his swamp running, no socks, wearing shoes. Ugh.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that Texas is hot all the time.
Oh my gosh, it is so hot. Ross got to experience it. It was so hot and so humid. I went outside for like 2 minutes to grab waters from us from the truck. I came in and it looked like I had walked in a sauna. It was so bad.
Yeah, and it's not even the hottest time of year yet.
No, not even close.
Not even close. Yeah,
I'm excited.
I remember that those summers when I lived in Texas, it was like regularly over 100 degrees.
Yeah. So yeah, you didn't miss too much on the weather.
I don't miss that at all.
No. But yeah, so it was fun. It was a good experience. It was funny too because when we got to the con, we're setting up and we had my little roller carts to like get everything in there and all the boxes. And my car was making this weird noise like a truck or like a fast vehicle. Or whatever. How does it go? It makes a noise.
Yeah.
So I was like driving it like a go-kart and I was moving my feet really fast and chasing Ross because I had to beat him because everything's a competition. And I peeled out like 3 times almost for winning to a couple people. It was fun. So yeah, we need to have a full-time video crew following us.
Yeah, we were supposed to have somebody film you guys because you guys are like the odd couple over there.
They probably thought we were.
You don't even understand the reference. It used to be a TV show back before you were born. Like,
oh, really?
Back before I was born, probably.
Oh, I gotta look this one up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chris isn't familiar with anything pre-90s.
Listen, RoboCop, I'm getting there. I went through all the Rockies. The Rockies were great.
Yeah. Well, we got to get you on the animated Transformers movie next.
I have it. I just need to watch.
Wait. Let's wait. Let's plan to watch that together at Joe Fest.
Okay, cool. Are we gonna have time to watch it?
We'll make time.
Watch it at Joe Fest.
What's that?
We're gonna watch it at Joe Fest.
Yeah, we should like one of the nights. Like we should plan to watch.
I don't know if we can watch movies on those TVs in the hotel though.
I'll bring a device. I'll bring my Fire Stick.
But what about what about video games?
Yeah, we got we can talk about that later. But yeah, what about video games, Ross?
Yeah, Ross.
You just don't want to lose Ross.
He doesn't know about
bed at 9 p.m., Ross.
Because when Ross was born, all the cool video games went away.
What are you talking about? I had Pokemon. Pokemon was awesome.
Wait, were you there for No, you were like 2 years old when it came out.
No, the Pokemon.
There's pictures of me playing Pokemon at 2 years old. I had a little Game Boy and I was playing.
Yeah, Pokemon just never went away, but it started in what, like
98,
mid to late 90s.
Yeah, 98. I got red version. I'll never forget. I don't know if I've told this story, but my brother came home. My mom got us brand new Game Boys, Game Boy Colors, the purple clear ones, and red version with Charizard. He walks in my room. I'm sitting upstairs. I think I was in trouble, sitting on my bed or something. And he goes, "Here, this is for you," and throws it to me. I had no idea what this was. It was insane. It blew my mind. Made me laugh so hard.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Nice. Yeah. Antonio's asking for new ceratopsians. Are you talking about the Zuni, Ceratops, and Cosmosaurus? Or is there something else?
I actually have the packages here. I'll show these off.
You might be talking about the prototypes.
And the repaint.
The repaint? You want me to hold these up?
I'm teasing those right now. I'm not fully revealing those just yet.
Oh, good thing you said that. I'm gonna put these back.
What do you have? What do you have? What is it? Are these for the new reviews coming up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
that's right. Yeah. No. Those are the reissues. The ones I'm talking about are the repaints.
So I can show them.
Yeah. So these are coming out soon.
Everyone's
seeing
reissues. Are the reissues going to look exactly like this in the old style boxes, or are they getting new box treatment?
They have the old style package. That's them right there. That's the release.
Okay.
There's some minor differences, like the cross cell on the back is different.
Sure.
The date is different on it, obviously. The barcode is different. So it's like some minor differences. But I decided, since we weren't necessarily doing layered artwork back then, it was hard to stick to the new way of doing things with the background artwork. Yeah. And I didn't want to like commission a whole new background artwork. So I just decided like we'll just do this as a like more or less straight reissue of the original with some minor differences. Mm-hmm. And then when we do the repaints, then we put them in the brand new style packaging.
Oh, I like the new packaging. That sleeve, I have launched just so many of those sleeves trying to flip packages in the preview. Yeah. I got stuck on the railing to my garage door, and I laughed so hard. I was like, that is like a goal in one, and no one knows about it but me. So wild. I also have the Raptors. You want me to show those?
Yeah, show whatever you want, man.
Oh, dude. Okay, so you guys.
Show stuff. Yeah. Make everybody jealous.
Oh my god, I can't. You know what's so funny? Because Nutty was with us. Let me see.
Yeah, he was drooling over those things.
He was losing his mind. So we got the Utah, which is absolutely. Let me try to get this without any glare. I almost said TV on it.
The eye is really popping. That's pretty cool. No, it's good. It's a good thing. It's a good.
I don't know why I can't get a good
it's not focusing, though.
It looks way better. Why is it not here? Oh, there we go. I just have to hold it at the same distance as my face.
There we go. Yeah.
It looks so good. It's crazy too because I was talking to Nutty about it, but the head is incredible to sculpt on it. I can't wait to open this guy. It's so nuts. It looks so neat. And it's funny too because my favorite is actually this guy, the Kilovator. It doesn't have a V in it. I found out recently.
It's not Kilovator.
It's like Darth Vader. No, look how sick this thing is. I'm gonna put it by my face. But it's like it's so
promo image right there.
Yeah. It's crazy though because I wasn't prepared for it to be this big or this awesome. So it's one of those things when you actually hold them and see how big they are. I look at the screen when I do this. They're nuts. Like you can literally see. Get a better image for you guys. Better image, better pose. They're massive. It's crazy. And to think that these were real raptors that existed, it blows my mind.
Yeah, they were pretty big. Now the funny thing is they're not that much longer than the older raptors that I did before, the 1/6 scale, but they're like twice as massive.
Yeah,
There's so much beef to them, and I remember back when I was doing the Velociraptor and all that, there were people who would ask if I would repaint one as like a Utahraptor or a Dakota Raptor, and I never wanted to do that because I knew it wouldn't look right. Like just like you need to have completely different anatomy for that size of an animal. So I'm glad we waited, and also we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer because these are coming out in July now because it was hard to find a sea freight shipment, but they are on the way. And I should also mention that I'm over here fiddling with this.
I'm playing with this one too.
It's in front of me. I just want to play with it now. But
there's a new base in here.
Yeah. There's a new base and an old base in there, so you can like choose which one you want.
Oh, I didn't know.
So yeah, so that works out pretty well. You get a variety of poses with those, but that stand is the small version of these other ones that I showed. Like, so there's 3 different sizes. That stand is only compatible with itself, but the other 2 larger ones are compatible with each other. So
what's really cool is I just noticed this while you were talking is the Kilovator's head matches the reference image perfectly with the skin wrinkles and the different detailing. I'm blown away by the detail you're able to get on this thing, man.
Yeah, it turned out really nice.
It's crazy because these things, like I saw the original prototypes 2 years ago when we did San Diego.
Yeah.
Like, now we're finally getting these.
I know. Yeah. Well, part of the challenge was like working on these alongside all the Cyberzoic stuff at the same time, which we had.
These were originally going to launch Cyberzoic at the point.
Yeah. Well, they were always part of the whole Cyberzoic situation. Like there were some of the first designs that we did armors for, like with the Razor Hound and the Jet Raptor. But at the same time, there was always this idea that we would have a version for each line, and they've just been developing alongside all the other Cyberzoic stuff, and then we had the whole Kickstarter push, and it was just like, yeah, it was a challenge to keep everything spinning, but here we are. So
yeah. I have a hard time deciding which I like more, the Cyberzoic colors or the BOTM colors. For
that is my goal. I don't want you to decide.
Yeah. For most of them, I have the one that's like, yeah, I prefer to have that one. For those, it's, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm hoping that one in every instance of repaint, I'm hoping that one doesn't stand out as being much better than the other. I want them to both kind of have their own energy and their own character, and just like, feel like a different animal, even though they're sharing mostly the same parts, if not the exact same parts.
The two versions of the Allosaurus, that seeing the green one, like that was super surprising. Like it feels almost like a completely different dinosaur.
Yeah. But it has like the completely different colors plus the different head.
Yeah.
Like
and the arms
got a different vibe to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be cool to develop Fire Clan armor for that one. I think like we don't have any designs for it, but it would be cool.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to read these things. See, that's what's even crazier, because I've been trying to hold off looking at them because I get so excited I want to open them. And it's funny, if I get too excited, I'll just jump the gun. And these things are so cool. Now I'm gonna.
You have to film it whenever you open something.
Yeah, turn on the camera.
See, that's the thing. That's why I have to wait, because I just want to open it, and they're so neat, and it has so many cool dinos.
I know.
Yeah, that's the worst part. I'm the spoiled one in the Creative Beast saga.
That's true. Yeah, you get all the stuff.
I know, it's so sweet. Hey, guess what, Ross? Guess what? You don't have a blue T-Rex. Guess what, Ross?
I do. I have it.
Now you do.
No. Yeah. Right now, it's standing like with its foot over a slain Zuniceratops. I had the Zuniceratops like drooped over a rock base, and it's like 1 foot up, like that's heroic over. It's really cool.
That is cool.
Actually, let me take a picture. Maybe I can share it, because I'm proud of this.
Well, you know what's funny too is when we were at the show, people were blown away by the ceratopsians, and I was impressed by how many people actually crowded or went towards those compared to like the theropods, because the Tyrannosaur is my favorite, of course.
Yeah.
But it's I didn't realize there's that big of a group of people that like the ceratopsian. It was so crazy that we sold out of one of them, and we ended up selling my figure on the table to a group of a family.
Oh, cool.
Actually, cool. Two of Chris's personal figures. They just wanted them that bad there at the show. And I felt bad afterwards, because Chris was like, that was my favorite one.
It was the Ceratopsians.
Oh. Okay.
And the blue Torosaurus.
The blue Torosaurus. But I ended up stealing one of your other painted Torosaurus, so I got that one recovered. It's not blue, though.
All right. Well, I could send you a blue one if you want. But I don't think you've done a review for that one, have you?
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, because that's actually the one.
That's a good excuse for you to have it again.
Well, it was funny too, because that's what they wanted to open at the Houston Museum when they were looking at our figures. So it'd be really good to do a review on that one.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, I need to send that picture too, so we can have that. Ross, will you send me that picture in the Discord?
Which picture?
From when we took a picture of your favorite dino. That's the Zuni. I was wondering which one. That's a cool picture, Ross.
Yeah, show it. Which picture are you talking about?
Oh, he's talking about the Acrocanthosaurus.
Yeah, when we were at the.
Oh, yes, I'll send it right now. I think they're the awesome photos that Nutty took with the figures next to the bone specimens, the fossils. There we go. I just sent them your way.
Give me 1 second. There we go.
That's cool. Oh wow, yeah. I like the Ceratopsians pose too. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the one that Ross wanted to review.
Yeah,
I thought that's what you guys filmed.
Yeah. You had one, luckily. It was funny too, because like, what the heck is a Tedophiphilonius?
We should have the Chris pronunciation and then the real pronunciation.
I'm writing.
I hope I said it right. Otherwise, Spino Dude's gonna have a tough time.
Spino Dude, nonstop.
He'll just make it funnier. That's fine.
Oh my gosh! Here, let me stop screen so I can pull these in. Bear with me, y'all. I'm actually really impressed. It has been thundering so much. I'm happy you guys can't hear it.
Yeah, I don't hear anything over here. Yeah.
Let's see. Open in browser. Copy. There we go. All right. Here we got a nice rendered one. Give me 2 seconds, and you guys will be able to see this too. I almost just closed out a StreamYard. You guys would have been really sad.
Yeah, I've been real sad. I would have gone and got dinner. So.
My General Grievous just fell over on my Jordica.
Again?
Again.
Yeah, check this out. So this is, you know what's crazy is because of this picture, last night I watched a 30-minute video on Utahraptor, and it's cool. I didn't realize it had a fin like the Chinese water dragon lizard. And so this guy, and its limbs were some of the most powerful forelimbs of any of the theropods.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
it worked out, bro.
I've read something about their neck, something about something interlocking so that they have like more strength for tearing flesh or something.
Yeah, it was 20 times more powerful than, what did they say? A black bear or a bear.
It looks like it.
Yeah. And a 4-foot skull. That blew my mind.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that there was a skeleton mount there in Houston. See, if I had known that, I probably would have bought that plane ticket.
There's next year.
Next year. A tipping point. Like, okay.
Well, what's really so Dave and Chuck, so David over at the museum, there's so many Davids that like dinosaurs. He is like the curator or the lead paleontologist over there. He's awesome. They actually went to Europe the next day after we were there. But him and Chuck, they do all this stuff for there, and they both were like, yeah, when you guys come out, just let us know, we'll get you in. So we need to go up there as like a group and just hang out, have a good time, because we were able to go see all the exhibits, and it was really cool. They have a shark exhibit downstairs, and you can go and pet like stingrays and stuff. Really neat.
One thing that was really cool seeing is they had the Deinonychus.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like New York where it was like behind a bunch of glass where you couldn't really, like, there was separation. Here it was like, you know, it was just on a pedestal, so you could get up to it and being able to, like, there wasn't like a barrier of experiencing it, you know.
It's probably a casting in that case.
I think it was a casting.
Yeah.
But it was just cool being able to see, like, oh, that's how big it is compared to me. Like, after something, like,
it's always cool to see that. Yeah.
I sent Chris. I sent you. Nutty sent one of the cool pictures he took of our Gorgosaurus next to the Gorgosaurus skeleton, and I figured that would be cool to share. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, neat! I haven't seen this. That's really cool.
Yeah. In the pedestals that these dinosaurs were on, there was like these square underlight things, and Nutty like messed around with it and got this awesome lighting.
Well, that's really nice. Yeah, for being at the museum, that's really cool lighting.
Yeah, it was a great time.
And a bunch of people were asking us about the figures, and like security guard came over asking about all the stuff we were doing.
Nice.
It was weird though. They didn't ask why we were running out with some dinosaur bones, but everything else.
They probably didn't want to mess with you. Just let it go. It's fine.
He works here. Oh, security. Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a good time, and it was really cool because we're trying to figure out what to do because we had to get Nutty from the airport so early. So we're like, well, let's go get something to eat or whatnot. And then we went and for people who don't live in Texas, had kolaches. Yeah, it was kolaches. And then we went to the museum, and at the museum, we were able to get in, go check everything out. It was a lot of fun. And then we went to this burger place, Dave, and it was the best burger I have ever had.
It was called the Burger Joint, and we each got a different burger, and they were all 10 out of 10s. Like, it was really good.
It was so good. And then we also did the pit barbecue that Garrett and the Danes went to that I took them when they're in town. It's so good as well. Oh, Dave, you got to just come and visit, and we'll go to all these cool restaurants, see some Gargantuosauruses at the museum.
What about the Dragon Ball sushi place?
We didn't even go.
You didn't even go?
No.
We went to the same sushi place.
I know what Dragon Ball is, right?
He doesn't know. He had no idea. He asked me what the Dragon Balls were, and he had no idea they were magical.
Hey, what's a Dragon Ball?
No, doesn't know. Do you even know who Goku is?
He doesn't know.
No, I thought all the spiky-haired muscle characters were the same guy.
See?
I mean, they do transform.
That's a sign that you were born too late.
My older brothers, they were into Dragon Ball, but there weren't enough like monsters and stuff in it for me. So,
well, there aren't. I mean, it doesn't rely heavily on monsters, but there's like this world that they live in. It's kind of like Earth, but they also have like dinosaurs and other creatures. There are quite a few creatures throughout the story. Just none of them are really that important to the plot. But yeah, you're either like you got Pokemon, so you got your own thing. And I didn't really get into Dragon Ball until I was in college. Like back in the early 2000s, that's when like there was a big anime boom here in the United States. But I only got back to Dragon Ball within the last 5 or 6 years, and now it's
awesome.
It's a big deal.
I literally got a figure, $100 Brawly figure, because I couldn't believe how cool it was.
Yeah. The SH figure arts Dragon Ball stuff. That's a slippery slope. Like, I have a few behind. Well, this right behind me here.
I can see him.
That's all I'm allowing room for, because if I go past that, it's gonna get pretty tricky.
Yeah, and every character has a transformation, so now it's like you have to get all the transformations too.
Oh yeah, all the different hair colors, right?
I know, but there's different styles.
Yeah.
One's a little bit more pokey. No.
Do you have the one? It's floated around for years, like the one where the bicep flexes as you articulate it.
Funny story about that.
That's a model kit.
Yeah. So Dave didn't believe me when I showed him the picture of the figure. Yeah, I was like, it's not
fake. It was fake because it was on Instagram. Almost everything.
It was awesome. So that made me happy. I was like, no, check it out. But yeah, it's so cool.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's very. It's very cool design. It kind of reminded me of what we did on the Gypsy Danger figure at NECA. Like there was actually a opposable bicep that moved with, like, so you get more range.
That's cool.
So the bicep went up into the shoulder a little bit, and then like you could bring it back down when the arm went down. But like it was not designed exactly like what you showed me, but it's like a similar idea where the bicep moved with the arm.
That's cool. See, that little detailing is so neat. Like even pistons on stuff. Like who was I playing with that had a piston? I don't remember. There's some cool figure. That was the other problem with the Comicpalooza is we all walked away with so many figures.
I have a feeling Joe Fest is going to be worse. I'm a little worried, but luckily I have a lot of stuff now, so I'm probably mostly good.
I'm hoping Naga Hide's going to be out by the time Joe Fest rolls around.
You think so?
See it in person.
That would be cool, and you could pay $100 for it.
No. Maybe I'll sign a bunch of them or something, and maybe they'll get one on a deal. But
yeah, no, it's hard to buy modern figures at toy shows and conventions because, like, it's like you usually end up paying more. It seems like that's why I'm always looking for the vintage stuff. Like the people make deals on vintage stuff usually.
That was what was so crazy because even a gentleman came up to our booth and when we were talking to him, he was asking about the deals. We're like, oh yeah, we're actually having a special at the show. And he was like, you guys are doing it wrong. You guys are giving us a deal at the show. You need to jack those prices up and charge us more. We want this stuff.
A lot of people will like jack the prices up so there's room to negotiate.
Yeah.
The person feels like they're getting a good deal, right?
I don't get that because like people are paying an admission to the show. And to me, you're paying an admission to get the opportunity to find and get good deals. So like for people to jack prices at a show doesn't make sense to me.
I mean it kind of depends on the seller. Not everybody does that, but it's a method. And part of it factors in how much you would pay for shipping if you bought it off the internet. Then there's the convenience factor. You're getting it right now as opposed to waiting a week, and there's a lot of factors. Ultimately, it comes down to how badly the customer wants it. But I've never been a fan of like upcharging the price at shows just to negotiate downward again. It's just like, here's the price. Maybe on Sunday you get a better deal. I don't know. It depends on what we have. But basically, it's important to move the product, to get people to want the product, like meet them where they are with the price if possible. And it's not going to do me any good to like sit on product forever because are paying a high price. So like at these shows, like you take people on a person-to-person basis.
Yes. And that's, I think, was so cool because when people realize we're doing these deals, they like sit there and talk to us longer. And it's funny because like we were saying earlier with that, I have some pictures. I'll show these pictures while we talk about the show. Let me see, share screen. There we go. So so you guys can see them. But that was the cool part about it was people really liked it's incredible to me that people who have not held these figures yet are so blown away by the figure's weight, how solid they feel, and the tongue articulation is so cool. Not only that, but the gloss effect in the mouth blew everybody away. It was funny because I told a couple people, it's like, yeah, we have to lick them before we hand them to you, or we're wet. And Ross looks at me and goes, stop telling people that.
It's a special feature. Some people thought it was funny. Some people, you could see the ick on their face.
Yeah. COVID was only 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's too soon. Oh yeah, man, it was fun though. But it was really interesting too because they would see our dinosaurs, and as soon as we brought up Cyberzoic, it was like there were so many people who just like were dumbfounded by how cool of an idea it was, and so many guys were like, "This is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. I need this." And it was crazy because a couple older gentlemen too were like, "Oh man, like Dino Riders," and I say older gentlemen, they weren't older than us, and they were just like, "Yeah, I want this." Man, am I getting old?
Like, talking about like Cyberzoic and stuff, I sold more Cyberzoic prints than I did the regular dinosaur prints. And we didn't have anything but the banner for Cyberzoic there. That was just our small little bits of promotion for that. So.
Oh, by the way, Dave, you have competition. Ross has been doing these new workouts in like 10 pounds.
It's pretty good. That's becoming a requirement for Creative Beast Studio. Like you have to put in the time in the gym.
You have to, yeah. Well, listen. So I'm doing these new bicep curls, and they're huge.
No, it was all the plastic and foam weights you used.
Listen, you know what? It's called calisthenics. You just look like you're lifting out heavy weights. I sit there with like a Twinkie. So I do all day. But it was funny too because one of the people, were you there for this, Ross, when they came up and they go, "Oh, are all of you guys buff?" And I started laughing so hard, and I go, "No, just the two that aren't here." And you and Nutty had walked off, and I was like, "No one's here to see these great jokes." Yeah, it was a good time.
It's funny.
Cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So any of you who are interested in going to a con or an event that we're going to be at, come. It's a lot of fun. We love talking to you guys. I talk nonstop. Ask Dave and Ross. Sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Like Chris does most of the talking now. I'm usually wandering off, spending too much money.
Literally, it was funny because that's what Nutty was doing this time. He would be gone. We wouldn't see him for an hour or two, come back with 3 or 4 figures, be like, "Oh, guys, I just got this." Like, okay, dude. Oh man!
For me, I kept saying, "Oh, I found something. If I sell 3 more prints, I'll go buy it." And then I'd sell 3 more prints, and I'd go buy it. And then I'd be like, "Oh, I found something else. If I sell 3 more prints, I'll go buy it."
It was the most annoying thing ever because we'd have to see him looking at the sky. He'd go like this and rub his little hands and be like, "One more print." It was so funny. I might have been lying a little bit, but it was like that.
That's a good way to do it. It's some good discipline.
Oh, it was too much. It was so funny. So Dave, we're driving. I think we've already told this story, but that was loud thunder. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Jeez. And we're driving, and Ross goes, "Chris, turn right here." I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, turn right here." I turn right, and this gentleman walks down to the road going like this. I'm like, "Oh, we're going the wrong way." So we turn right again, and we're going the wrong way again. I'm just like, "Turn right again." It was a good time.
Oh man, it's a chaos.
The thing was the GPS had taken us to the convention center, but on the site we were going to set up, so we had to go to load in, and it gave you directions like turn right on this street, turn left on this street, and stuff like that. So we were actually coming from the opposite direction, so we needed to make a left. But I was just like, "Oh yeah, turn right here. Yeah, turn right here." Okay. And he turned, and there's someone honking, there's someone waving, and we realized we're looking at headlights.
Oh man!
So. And there's the right we turn around, and it was another one way. So.
Oh yeah, so I pulled into a parking lot.
Yeah,
that's where Chris lives.
Yeah, no, I don't live in Houston. And I was listening. I trust Ross. See, this is the problem. I trusted him with my life, and he failed me.
I was messing up everything when I was.
This is why we needed somebody there with a camera to document.
I sent him down the wrong way. I told him the show started like 6 hours earlier than it actually did. He called nutty, freaking out, being like, "Oh, when's your plane? Like, we need to do this, this, and this." We're changing our entire schedule around to look at it and be like, and realize I was wrong the entire time.
And then it's the chaos route, man. It happens in Houston. It's a side effect of being in the city.
Like Chris just like converted and transferred the chaos events of his life to me, and he existed like peacefully and normally.
Yeah.
I was experiencing everything wrong.
Well, that's how from what I've seen of Houston lately, it seems like that's just the center of chaos, and Chris is the master.
Yeah,
this is my city. I am the night. I am the chaos. Oh man, yeah, it was fun, man. So it was nice. All that chaos went to Ross. I got to relax for the first time. It's pretty good.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
hey, Chris. Oh,
what?
I was going to say from the comment, you can definitely weightlift with the 1/18 scale T-Rex.
Dude, literally, there were so many.
We hand it to some people, and when they grab it, they're like, "Whoa!" Like, yeah,
it was
they're
cool
expecting like a Mattel dinosaur where they pick it up one hand and it's just like
But
well, that was the best part because so many people they would be. I love giving to little kids. I'd be like, okay, you got it. They got it. They'd always go like this.
Yeah,
they loved it, and it was fun too because even the parents, once they saw the durability of it, it was insane. Like I said, or Ross even said, well, I was holding the T-Rex and dropping it, and it's a good. Well, I'm 6 foot, so it's like a good 4 foot drop, no damage, and they were blown away. So it was a lot of fun to be like, okay, these are cool figures, and it was really cool to see them get them for their kids because now these kids could have it, and it was awesome. One of my friends actually came up, and what they ended up buying a couple of my friends came up buying them for their kids. It was awesome.
Yeah, there was one kid that we handed the T-Rex, and they hugged it, and the parent was like, "Well, I guess they picked the one they want." And they were buying like 1 or 2 for each of their kids. They just loved the stuff, and they couldn't believe how durable they were, and so we were selling like mid-sized ceratopsians and stuff like that. But
it was great.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, I think we're sitting on another reveal for the stream.
Oh, that's right. We have something else to show right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, we should probably get to that.
Yeah, let me make Dave big.
We have more artwork to reveal tonight.
And present. All right, you guys ready for this? Share screen. I got it. Nice.
There we go.
Wonder if I can do it like that. Oh, what does this do? Oh, that's cool.
There we go. Spotlight it.
Yeah. Zoom in. Yeah, there you go. Yep. This is the new artwork for the Smilodon, obviously from Beast of the Mesozoic, and this is by Rafe Lomatan.
That looks so good.
Yeah, he's always. I mean, what can you say? He always knocks it out of the park. So
yeah,
that's a crazy ability and talent because every time we see Rafe's stuff, even on the cards, it blows my mind.
Yeah,
even the chat's going nuts.
Yeah, it's.
And this is the first feature of the Beast of the Mesozoic logo. Before it's only been shown with the silhouette of the Smilodon, right?
I haven't shown the logo on an image yet, but I have shown the logo before. So
okay,
we're working towards that. But yeah,
I like this one.
Yeah, it's there.
There's so many. See, this is what blows my mind too. Is the figure looks? I mean, this is the figure, and it's crazy how cool the teeth look. I like that clear teeth. When we saw your pictures on Instagram.
Yeah. I thought it looked cool too. I'm just afraid they're gonna break. That's my only issue. Plus, it's not necessarily realistic. So, but if we can find an excuse to make clear teeth, then maybe we will.
What if it was like a semi-transparent, so it has like some of that subsurface scattering to it?
Well, I think that's what we have on the one here. I mean, there is some light that comes through just incidentally, but what I had on the other one, and I've never seen them do that before, like use clear plastic for the teeth. That's weird, but sometimes you don't know what they're going to do with these test shots. They just use whatever plastic they have on hand. So. That was an interesting little surprise, and now it's going to be like a super unique one-off item. So,
That's so cool.
So yeah, one of a kind, I guess. But yeah, it's a cool figure, and like I said, maybe we'll do some sort of clear variant. I don't know how that would work, if there's like an invisible version in the story at some point, but a lot of people are asking for the Battle Cat repaint too. So I mean, that's another thing that we could do.
Oh my gosh!
Opportunities for this Smilodon.
I mean, that could be a cool PowerCon thing if we ever decide to do something like that.
There were so many people too that were blown away as well. Well, that's a cool way to do it. That's neat. There were so many people that saw the Triceratops for the Cyberzoic, the one that does the He-Man.
Yeah.
And people were loving that. Well, that made my face bright. Loving that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to do. Technically, that's the very first Cyberzoic product.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I would like to do a Battle Cat repaint. I just didn't want to start with that. I feel like we need to like flesh out the world more before we get to the crazy repaints. But it might pop up as an exclusive at some point. So you never know. I don't have that on the schedule, so don't take that as an announcement. I'm just saying that you never know.
And it's a good sized figure to do plenty of repaints of too, because it's not like the giant T-Rex or Triceratops.
The larger the figure, the harder it is to justify the repaints because like the production runs are more expensive and things like that. The space that it takes up and all that. So something small like this, I mean, it's relatively small, but it's still big enough to have presence. So it's a good size.
So freaking neat! I cannot wait for this. I like the Black Gamora thing because it's so mysterious and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we don't see more black Smilodons.
I've never seen one.
Like panther versions. Like, why not? I mean, it happens with leopards and jaguars and I think even lions occasionally. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Are you guys making anything else other than dragons? Oh, now I have to admit I don't have a huge distinction in my mind as to the different types of dragons or related, fantasy species. The route that we're taking with the dragons in Cyberzoic is that there's just another animal family. That the humans name dragons because that's what they look like to the humans, and then they have like a bunch of branching species that are related, just like you would have mammals or reptiles or whatever. So we're kind of taking a different path. We're not going the route that you would normally expect for dragons as far as like fantasy lore and things like that.
I like this one. This made me laugh. The Night Fury movie or How to Train Your Dragon movie's coming out too, so that's interesting.
They're making a fourth one.
No, a live action.
Oh boy.
Oh, really?
I've only ever seen the first one, so I'm not super.
What? That was one of my favorite movies.
Fun movies.
What?
I was just saying they're fun movies.
Oh yeah, they're so fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know what else we have? Because we've been going for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, we need to get to our acquisitions.
We all have a ton of stuff to look at too.
Yeah, we do. Okay, who wants to go? Ross, do you want to go first?
I think I went first last time.
Oh, so, Dave, you want to go first?
No, because I'm going to take too long. You go ahead.
Dang it. All right, let me pull mine up.
Go first, Chris.
Okay, I got a couple really good ones. So I'll start down here. So this.
I like seeing your forehead this close.
Dude, it's funny too because like I lean in and then my whole face gets brighter. And wow. Okay, cool. So we'll do this. So that way while we're talking. Oops.
Perfect.
Perfect. Wait, how did I do it before?
Wait, you just had it. What are you doing?
So many options.
There's like 15 options.
How do you zoom in on that?
The next one. That one's good.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Oh, neat.
Yeah, so Ross, he came to visit and he wanted to be a hospitable guest, so he got this guy for me. And it's funny, I haven't been able to transform it yet, and Nox will come in here, grab it, and run off. And it's really cool because it transforms into a jet. It turns from a Chalcosoma into a Hercules Dynastis beetle, which is the one with the long pointed horn on its head. I need to probably show myself so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Is this one of the beast blocks?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's
Yeah.
They have a lot of cool stuff.
They have.
I was thinking, man, Chris being nice enough to let me stay at his place for the show. I can't come empty-handed, so I figured blue, purple transforming robot beetle. I think Chris liked that.
So let me ask you, Ross. When you decided to get him a gift, you decided to get him something that he would like and didn't have. It's a good way to do it.
I'm the best gift giver ever. Oh man, that made my whole face turn into a cherry. Oh, it was a good gift.
It is a good gift.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, dude. And then let me see, what's my next one?
Well, it was funny because I was going to get him. I made a joke that I had found in my local Target the guard shop and Charizard 2-pack because it's sold out everywhere. And I sent the picture that I found on the internet that looked like I had it in hand. And I told him, I was like, "Oh, look what I found." And he was like, "What? You got it?" And I was like, "No, I was just joking." And he was so bad. So I was gonna get that and bring it to him. But I was like, you know what? Knowing Chris, he's definitely already got he's already ordered it. It's 3 backups. Let me get something he won't have. So.
Oh yeah, I was so mad. I actually called him. I was like, "You're a son of a gun." It was awesome.
He told me 3 times throughout that day, just telling me I suck.
I was so mad. Oh, all right. Let's see. What's the next one? Oh yeah. So these guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Dude, they are awesome. So I was actually blown away. So Nutty picked this guy at first. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. They look neat. I like the style and everything, but I wasn't too sure because I didn't really care for the body. And then Nutty got one and having it in hand. Dude, these guys are sick. They're really articulated, but the swords are awesome. I have them actually right back there in the corner. And then they come with this armor pack you can buy, and it comes with 40. Wait, do you have one too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot to give you a picture of it. But yeah,
which one did you get?
Off too.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so I wanted to get that one too, and I didn't pick it up. So I'm hoping they're at Joe Fest.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's really cool. It's very nice.
See, I have the frilled head for that guy.
Oh,
going to Joe Fest?
Are they?
Oh.
Yeah. They're gonna be there. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
everyone's gonna be there.
Joe Dude,
Fest,
it's gonna be an awesome show. It's gonna be a PowerCon replacement for this year.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what it seems like. Yeah.
It has to be. Jeez, that was a lot of wind. Sorry. And then what else did I get? Oh yeah, I got the SH 2021 Godzilla. Really cool.
I've lost track of how many times they put this design out.
Too many. And it was funny because he has the cool hands Ross doesn't have, so I was really excited for that.
Yeah, but I have a beam effect, so take that.
Not when we come visit you, you won't.
No, I'm gonna lock you out of here.
Whatever. And then this guy.
What is that?
This guy is sick. So this is my favorite one of all the figures I've gotten recently is the Metal Greymon, and it's a special Bandai release, an artist release. And I wasn't gonna get it because it's a statue. I love statues, but I was like, I don't need it. It's probably not that big. It's way bigger than I thought it was. It's heavy, and it's just super cool. Ross was here the day after I got it, or the day I got it, and I couldn't stop looking at it. It was so neat. So that's my pride one for this month.
Nice. Yeah, I like that background too.
Dude, look at this magazine. Dave was in the picture, the guy who did the magazine. But yeah, isn't that cool? And look, you can see the Dilophosaurus with his armor on a stand.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, I don't know who makes those. Some weird company.
Yeah, definitely. You have to be weird to do those.
You have to be. All right, we're going to do Ross next.
Cool.
Okay, hold on. Let me start you off with the King Kongs. Give me 1 second. Present. I'll do it big.
Cool. Yeah. So I ended up coming away with a couple more King Kongs out of Comicpalooza. I already had the Monster Arts one there, if anyone remembers, that guy was posed up on riding the T-Rex at Comic-Con 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I got the Mezco King Kong, which is right in the middle, and then the NECA King Kong's on the left. I was looking for the NECA one for a good price, and I got on a deal. And then the Mezco one, they had there for like $30, and I think he's normally like 55 or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I guess $30 is pretty reasonable. Let's pick him up. And he's actually super awesome.
That one looks, that Mezco one looks really cool. I really like the look of it.
Yeah, the profile. Here, let me grab it. The profile of the head sculpt for the boring head is like, I don't know, it's super cool looking. Like, can they see, or you guys see?
Oh, hold on, let me share you.
Like, I really love like the profile. Like it's got like a cool hair swoop, and
hold on, let me do this. All right, there you go, Ross.
Nice.
Yeah, I really dig the profile. And then like the chains, they're opening and closing, they're on a hinge, and
so they kind of did their own take on this.
Yeah. And
like
it came with that little what's her name? The little female figure too, which I like that accessory.
Oh, you know what it kind of reminds me of, and I know you guys probably haven't seen this before, but there was this really cool artwork that was on the Japanese Nintendo King Kong game. You ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
I can Google it.
Yeah. Google it real quick. I always thought that was some of the coolest Kong artwork. It was King Kong NES Japan.
And it's the artwork?
Yeah.
Oh, this is sick. Okay, give me 1 second, blowing it up.
Unfortunately, the game doesn't look like that, but it's a really cool poster.
Posters are always look cooler. So
why can't I see it? There we go.
Yeah,
that's pretty neat.
Yeah, she looks so scary.
Yeah.
He does. I like how he looks like what's it called? The ape from Dragon Ball Z. Ross doesn't know about that.
Oh, he does. Yes.
I know what you're talking about. I know. I'm not that uncultured.
Oh man, that is so sweet. That is cool. I never saw this.
Yeah. This figure too, one thing I found interesting is the legs, instead of like a barbell going through the hips, the ball joint is coming straight out of the torso downward, and the legs pop up into them.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it sort of limits articulation, but you can twist the thighs and calves around and make it work. He's just a lot of fun, super underrated.
I might be interested in getting that, actually. I'm not a big Kong fan, but I think that's one of the best ones I've seen.
I definitely recommend it. And because I got it, he was like, I kind of want one too. And he went and picked up one. And then when we got back and boxed it, we were putting like guns and swords and hammers in his hands. And Chris was jealous. He was like, I should have got one.
That's pretty cool.
I was so jealous. I was like a bitter little kid in the chair just watching him play with them.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It was really cool. So yeah, I got those from the show, and really glad. Now I want to get more King Kongs.
It's sad.
Yeah, I finally got Blue Suit Superman from Mayfix. I've been looking for him, waiting for a good price for almost 2 years now. I've been very patient because there's some ridiculous prices, and I wanted an auction guy who was like selling off his whole collection and got it for less than it originally cost.
Oh, good. That's
so I have him, making that nightmare scene, from Justice League, where he's powerless and under Darkseid's control. But
that's cool.
So that one, really glad I have that one. So now I have black suit and blue suit.
Nice.
And then from that same guy, he was selling Gladiator Hulk, and he started the auction at like $1. And I ended up getting it for like $45 or something like that.
Oh, nice.
It's like an exceptional figure, like paint, sculpt, engineering, articulation, plastic. Like, it's really, really awesome.
Is that the Build-A-Figure?
No, it's the figure arts.
Oh, the figure. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
the one from Figure Art. So I think that one was originally like an exclusive, like $150 or something crazy. And so I got it for an absolute steal. And yeah, he's a lot of fun. I'm not a fan of that movie, but I love the comic book it's based on, and I think that design looks cool. So
it's really cool. I saw one I was actually looking for it at the Comicpalooza, and I saw it, and I went up to Ross, was like, "Is this a good price?" He's like, "Yeah, it's a good price. You should get it." I was like, "But it's so much money." And then I got Brawly. So freaking
yeah, but back at the first picture, there was a couple others. This has been a bad month for buying figures. I've got too many. But I have Zabu, the recent Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure, and he's pretty fun, like a nice little comic book version of saber-tooth tiger. I'm missing a leg, but I'm supposed to get that soon.
What happened to the leg?
Well, it just came with cable, and cable shipped later because I guess it was higher demand or something like that. And then I got the Panther, also from Hasbro. It came from their Dungeons and Dragons line. It was in a 2-pack, and I thought, oh man, we're doing the Black Smilodon. It'd be cool to have a Panther to go with it. But I'm kind of disappointed in that figure, so it's just gonna be in the back of the shelf. But, yeah,
that's what I like to call a top shelf figure. Like you put it on the top shelf so you can't see it that well.
That's how my McFarlane Dragons are, the new ones from House of the Dragon. I'm like looking at them up there.
Yeah, they look better from a distance sometimes.
They look amazing. Like sitting here, I always think, "Oh, those are so cool," and I walk up and look, and I'm like, "Oh, it was so cool."
Yeah, that's a top shelf toy there.
Oh man, so disappointing to get close, but it's fun.
But yeah, so bunch of stuff this month.
Cool.
Nice. All right. Hold on, I gotta stop sharing.
I'm gonna try not to take too long on mine, but I'll run through them as best I can.
Well, I get questions about your stuff too. That was some cool stuff.
Hold on, I'm rearranging these so we can see them really well and easily. There's a couple really cool ones I like, so I'm putting that at the top. We'll start here. All right. Oh, I didn't even look at these. Oh, sorry, hold on.
Okay, so actually,
not me.
Yeah, nope, you had it before.
How did I do that?
Yeah, go back.
There we go.
Okay, there you go. That works.
I like that.
Okay, so obviously I didn't get all of these recently. None of these are new, actually. It leads into what I did get though. So if you show the other shelf, then it makes okay. So here, my Mortal Kombat collection. This is kind of my good guy shelf, and I felt like I should show the bad guy shelf. But anyway, I recently got Nightwolf on the left, and Johnny Cage, and Katana. So those are pretty recent. Recently, Storm announced that they no longer have the Mortal Kombat license. So I decided to go back and like scoop up whatever McFarlane characters they haven't gotten to yet. So that's why I picked up Johnny Cage and Katana, and they're actually pretty cool. And they're more or less in scale. I mean, I think there's a slight size difference, but they're close enough to look good together. So at least we have those. I am so disappointed we didn't get some of the like more prominent characters yet, like Sonya or Jax. But there's always going to be somebody who's missing. But so those three are new there.
I like the action figure Johnny Cage. That's funny.
Oh, it's a really cool action figure. I overlooked. Oh, I mean, well, yeah, the action figure of the action figure. Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, it's in the game though. It's like I think it's part of one of the fatalities. But the action figure itself is actually really good. I just kind of ignored it when it came out, and then I saw that it was like eventually on eBay it was going for like $100, and then I found it in a local toy shop earlier this month for something like 40 or 50, and I knew it was worth more than that, so I just grabbed it. Wow. So, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's really cool.
That's cool.
Did you do some rearranging? This looks like it's in the game room.
Yeah, it's over by the arcades. Yeah, but it's just above the Pacific Rim stuff.
Was it there before? I don't remember.
Yeah, because you can see Itachi at the very bottom there.
Okay, I must have just ignored it, focusing on the grim stuff.
But you're not an MK fan, so you probably didn't notice.
Yeah, because I played with this guy a lot.
Yeah, and lost.
We're not talking about video games. No. Listen, I bought Mortal Kombat, and I've been learning one character, and that's the only character I'm gonna play.
Which character?
None of them.
I knew it. All right. So this, I'm surprised it took me this long, but I finally bought the Dino Riders saber-toothed tiger, and he even comes with the caveman guy, which is one of the funniest looking figures I've ever bought. But it's cool. It's a cool looking vintage figure, and it's cool to have a Smilodon now with my dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, like the old style of what we're doing now, basically. So like it's.
Did you get a good deal on it, or did you just finally felt like?
No. The only reason I bought it is because it was a good deal. It's complete. It has all the accessories. It even came with a comic, and it's a little over $100. I can't remember, but I checked the prices, and it normally goes for a lot more. So there was a buy it now. I was like, all right, I'll just get it now. But now I really want to get the woolly mammoth because I have this. It's just like kind of a snowball.
You have to. You're a collector.
Yeah. Well, there's a woolly mammoth. There's an Androsarchus. Which is not an Androsarchus actually. It's like a killer warthog is what it's called. There's the giant sloth. I think that's all they did for the mammals and the woolly mammoth, obviously. And then they have like these super rare Pachyrhinosaurus and Chasmosaurus, which I probably won't get anytime soon because they're worth tons of money. But this is one of the more attainable ones. It's pretty small, so it's one of the few I didn't have yet. So I have almost all the dinosaurs. I don't have any of the mammals until now. So.
That's so neat.
So that's cool to have.
Yeah, I like that. It's crazy to think that this was the apex toy at one time. It's so cool.
Yeah. Well, these came out around the time when the Dino Riders were kind of dying off in popularity. Like it was toward the end of the line. They were doing the Ice Age. I think it was like I want to say 89 or 90 when these came out, and I totally missed it because I think I'd stopped buying toys around that time. But yeah, now we're circling back and filling in all the gaps. So.
Oh, this guy's sick.
We can show both of these at the same time because I bought these two at the same local toy shop that I bought the Johnny Cage. It was a cool little toy shop. It was over by where McFarlane Toys used to be. And the one on the left is a third-party version of the Transformer Double Dealer. It's kind of a deep cut for Transformer fans, but basically it's a character that had an Autobot robot mode, but he had a Decepticon alt mode and an Autobot alt mode, so he could disguise himself as one or the other. And
wait, so this is a triple or quadruple changer?
Well, he was originally a triple changer, and then for this version, they added an additional robot mode that was a Decepticon mode, which is the one on the right. So, like, he has Autobot and Decepticon robot modes and Autobot and Decepticon alt modes, and plus his little Power Masters there are Autobots and Decepticons. So he's basically one and the other at the same time. So, like, he can align himself with either faction and kind of spy on the other ones. So, but the original toy is one of my favorite designs from that time. Even though it has its issues, it's really cool, innovative figure. And Hasbro did a version a few years ago that looks pretty cool proportionally. Looks like it'd be fun to play with, but it's got all these hollow bits in it, and I just never bought it. I didn't care for it. And this one is like twice the size, and it's super cool, a lot of fun to play with. So happy with that. And then the one on the right is Armada Sideswipe, which is probably from, I think, 2001, 2002. It's one of the dumbest looking Transformers I've ever seen. But I love it so much, and I sold it a long time ago. I originally had it when it came out, and I sold it with a bunch of other Armada stuff. And I just started thinking about how much fun it was to play with. It's just one of those fun figures to play with. Like, it's super simple. There's something very charming about it, even though I'm sure it's on like the top worst Transformers list on a lot of people's list of Transformers. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's like the charming friend that isn't very attractive, you know. So it's not Chris, but it's really fun. And I'm kind of nostalgic for it. If I was first seeing this right now, I'd be like, pass. I don't want it. But there's a nostalgic for it. I was in art school when I bought this, and it was like back when I would go on my free time. I had this route that I would take to hit all of the places that sold toys in Savannah, and I'd hit the mall, or the KB at the mall, the Walmart, the Kmart, the Target, like the Toys R Us, and like they were all along this one road, and that's when I was buying stuff like this. So this was one of the ones that stood out in my mind as like being a fun toy. So I just decided, all right, they had it at the shop, and I was like, all right, I'll get it. So anyway.
What I think is cool is he sits in the police car. That's super cool.
What do you mean?
Right here, like he sits in it.
No, he doesn't. No, he attaches to the back.
Oh, what's this?
That's his face.
That's what I'm saying. Like his face.
Yeah, that's like that is a design flaw, big time. Like that's one of the things you don't do is like have the visible face inside the windshield, which is like it's part of the charm though. It's like it just doesn't care.
Yeah.
This toy doesn't care. So, it's like, what? It does all these things wrong, and yet somehow it's still fun. So
I love how that's my favorite part.
It's totally cool. Like it's just a unique piece that was like, it's so bad that it's good. Like it just circled back around to being good again. So
that's so awesome.
Yeah.
What companies was that third party one from?
That's Fan Hobby.
Okay.
Yeah. We can move on to the next thing. I forget what the next thing is.
Wait, there was another thing?
Oh, yes.
Ninja sticker.
Yes. Okay. So normally I wouldn't share my sticker acquisitions because, it's whatever. My fiance and I are currently collecting vintage stickers and like having a book full of our favorite ones. This one I bought off of eBay recently, and having it in hand, it stood out to me as like instantly my favorite sticker of all time. So I just wanted to share, like, this is too good to even put in a sticker book. So like to me, this is like visual perfection. So whatever that means to anybody, it's just like, I was just so happy to have this. I just thought it was so cool. And the fact that it's so obviously a ninja, and yet they use big letters to tell you it's a ninja, in case you weren't sure. So it's just like everything about this is just so cool. And it's just so 80s ninja. Like we had so many ninja movies in the 80s, and they all look like that. Like whenever you had a ninja in a movie, they had to look like that. And it's just so charmingly 80s ninja. It's just, yeah, I love it. So
that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I saw that in the email. I was like,
so what is that?
No, I was like, send him a duplicate. No.
And I think this is the last thing.
This is the last one.
So I've been kind of wanting a Dreamcast for a while. Like people that have followed me for a while, I'm kind of into retro gaming. I haven't actually played much of the Dreamcast in the past. I played Soul Calibur a bit. My roommate had it back in college. But that was about it. But I was learning more about the system in recent months, and like all the cool games that they have, a lot of cool Capcom games, Street Fighter and things like that, in addition to Soul Calibur, and there's some cool Sonic games. So I found a seller on eBay who basically modified an original Dreamcast to have the entire library of Dreamcast games, 414 games. And I'm not trying to track down a bunch of games. So I just like went ahead and bought this, and now I basically have the whole library of Dreamcast. Yeah, so I've been playing that here and there, mostly Soul Calibur. Like I'm a big Soul Calibur kick right now because of it.
Are you playing the campaign?
Like I don't know. I'm not sure. I've just been trying to beat it with different characters so I can unlock the other characters right now. So
I'm so excited to see that. Are we gonna take this one to Joe Fest?
It's possible.
Oh man, I hope so. Yeah. This would be so fun.
Yeah. So that's really cool. I mean, and it also has the Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2. It has several of the Street Fighter games from the mid to late 90s. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Darkstalkers that's on there. And there's a lot of good stuff. So yeah, I think that's the last one, right? That's
I hope so. See.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm tiring myself out talking about it. But yeah, so that's the acquisitions. So
I just realized, Chris, you never showed off that alien that we got.
Oh, which one? The Chrysalis or the Claw?
I guess you got both.
Oh, that's right.
You
told me about those. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have this guy who was really nicely posed until I let Knox play with them.
You get the head out.
Dude, it's so neat, and the design is just so fun. I love this little perk how its head comes out. But what really got me is the articulated tail with the bending wire. It's so long. I love long tails, and this guy is everything I love. And then I got the purple razor claw, and he's cool too. But I love the exoskeleton on this guy.
You actually don't like the purple one best?
I like his color, but his claws, his claws are cool, but I feel like he's so basic. Like he's just a regular alien. And then this guy has a carapaces on his back. He's got the carapace head. It's like a shield. Yeah. It's so cool. And I was reading the bio, and it said that the razor claw, because of the extra keratin or whatever they added to it, he was supposed to have a longer tail piece. And I noticed they're the same size. I was like, okay, I like this guy. But
well, Dave, you wrote that copy, didn't you? On this
I don't remember. I don't think I wrote. I think that was lifted from the video game copy. I believe. I don't remember actually writing those bios.
That head's really cool.
The head's sick. You can't beat it. It has these little wires.
I did sculpt that head.
Really? Okay, that's my favorite part of it.
Yeah, and I sold my whole NECA alien collection, and I bought this Chrysalis one, and now I'm probably gonna go back and rebuy all these ones.
Dude, I have
there's a lot of good ones.
My favorite is actually the Pred Alien. I think it's Pred Alien. It's so good.
Pick up the higher one. It's fun, and you can still get it at regular price.
Yeah, I need to check it out. See, no, I don't need to check it out, Ross, because you know how much money I spent listening to you. I almost bought a Kong. It was funny because Dave, he's the whole reason why I even got this guy and the other one. And then who else did I get because of you? I don't remember.
Godzilla.
Yeah, Dave. I don't know why you like him. He's toxic. No, it was crazy too because we did so well at PowerCon. We had that company now that's in South Texas. I'm looking for the card. I think it's Legends Collectible. Is that right?
Oh, you mean Comicpalooza?
Comicpalooza,
yeah. Legend collectibles, I think.
Yeah, and they were super cool. So they had great deals on figures. So I'm definitely gonna hit them up and see if he sells some other stuff.
Well, I'm sure we're gonna get into more trouble at Joe Fest. So.
I can't wait. I want to see what you go after, man. I'm really excited to see what you're getting there because I know you guys, both of you, like G.I. Joe.
I never know what I'm gonna get until I see it now. Like a lot of the stuff
that Dino Riders trade.
What did you guys say?
What's that?
I said like that Dino Riders trade.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I need to get a Dino Rider now. I honestly am thinking about. I was thinking about a Smilodon, and you said how expensive they are. I was like, man.
I mean, all of the old Dino Riders, if you're gonna get them complete, they're gonna be some decent money. I mean, some are worth more than others. I do have one more acquisition I wanted to show.
Oh yeah.
I told Ross about this, but I found this.
Oh yeah.
The Starfire Chase variant that.
That's crazy.
I was trying to get the regular version, and I ordered it from Best Buy, and I went to go pick it up, and he hands me the Chase, and I'm like, okay, it's worth $100. So, all right, but I'm still trying to get the other one.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, but I was really trying to get the other one. So
that's wild. So, what are the chances of that?
I don't know. It's a fun little thing that happens. So. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It would be you getting that like your Target deals when you get them for like nothing.
I wish that happened with the Azrael Batman, because there's a blue variant of that I'm trying to get, but that's.
I was wondering if you already had that or not. I saw that and it was like, that looks like something Dave would get.
You saw it somewhere?
No, not in person, just online.
Oh, yeah. I have the old Mattel one that came out a long time ago, but this new one's better. I have the red version of it. I have the regular one, but the blue one. Yes. Yeah, I sculpted the Razor Claw's head, and I sculpted all the new parts for Razor Claws, and I also designed those figures for that line, all of them. So
that's so wild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Mando. I did have a picture of him. I just don't know where I put it.
Man, we got so much stuff.
It was stupid. It was.
Why did we spend that much money?
Well, it was funny because I was sick. Yeah, I was sick, so I was like thinking Monday I was going to clean up everything, and then it's like Wednesday before I even get down here, and I'm still not feeling 100% Wednesday, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave it till Thursday. So all day today I was playing with figures, putting stuff away. It was fun.
Nice. Well, I mean, just go with the flow. That's how it had to be.
Yeah, one day at a time.
Yeah. Well, we should probably start wrapping it up before.
Yeah, I was going through the comments. Mando. Oh,
I think we covered everything though.
I'm sure we did. I mean, we'll give you guys like 2 more questions if you guys want to ask them.
1 more question.
One more. Uno más.
2 more questions.
You want 20?
You want to take 1 more?
See, Ross like Chris's bedtime.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Ross is gonna start fading soon.
Oh yeah.
My Pop-Tart are keeping me alive.
Pop-Tart. You know what's funny is I almost bought Pop-Tarts because you said you liked them, and I was like, I'll end up eating them all.
It's my worst habit. Is the Pop-Tarts.
I'm addicted to them. They're so good. Kentrosaurus. What is a we don't have a Kentrosaurus.
We're working on a Kentrosaurus, but we haven't shown it yet. It's still the sculpt hasn't been finished yet, but it's in progress.
The backlog. Oh, this is probably a good one.
After pre-orders, how many figures typically are in backlog? Asking backlog.
Or stock that's not.
Yeah.
Oh, like okay, like what portion is still available after the pre-orders? Yeah. It's obviously going to vary depending on the popularity of the figure, but I will say that I've never sold out during the pre-order period. So, like, even if you can't pre-order it, you'll probably still have at least a few months to buy it at the regular price. So I wouldn't stress about it.
Except for one long, that one sold out.
Yeah, that one kind of came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting that one to be that popular. So
Long sold out.
Catch me off guard.
That's great. It's this one, right?
Yeah.
I just have to hide it. Yeah, Ross said, he was like, "Oh wow, you got that? That one sold out." I was like, "Oh, thanks, Dave." It's funny. Anytime they're like, "Hey, you got that one?" I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, Dave." It's like my new thing. Hey guys, well, I guess that was our last question.
Yeah, I think that'll do for now. So
yeah, so well, you guys. So I guess we'll wrap it up really quick. But
when we come back next month, we will have finished Joe Fest. So.
Oh yeah, and we'll have
talking about that.
That'll be fun. We'll have to take a lot of pictures. I got a lot of cool camera gear too, so we'll try to get some really good video stuff going on too.
Yeah.
It was funny. I got all this stuff for it, and I brought it out the first day, and I didn't bring it back. And so I think I have some videos. Yeah, I do.
Well, we have a YouTube channel. You can always drop stuff there. So.
Oh yeah, we did take a time lapse setting up the booth.
It wasn't even time lapse; it's the whole thing.
Oh wow! Well, you just speed it up, then it's a time lapse.
There you go. See.
Yeah.
Just get a video
of how you do it
working with each other and then being angry with each other and me slicing my arm.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, it was a good time. Now we just got to find a way to hurt Dave. He's like, no. All right, you guys. Well, it was a lot of fun. This was episode 7, I believe. Yeah, 7 of Creative Beast. So, if you guys go back, you can see all the cool stuff that we showed off with the what are they called? Test shots.
Yeah, the test shots.
Yes.
Artwork.
New pre-orders.
Yeah.
Stuff coming out. Utahraptor and Alligator.
Yep.
So yeah. Oh, and Nutty says he has a bunch of B-roll. So we'll put some together. We'll get a Spino dude too. I think he's probably asleep. We should be. But yeah, you guys, as always, thanks for watching. And Dave, do you have anything else to say?
I'm good. I think I'm all set for now.
Well, again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. And from all of us here at Creative Beast Studio, we'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Take care.